So in a way, the windows in the Chartres Cathedral gave me purpose. I absolutely love the stained glass. There's so much color and vibrance, and to be able to tell a story the way the windows do. Just like the windows themselves, parts or pieces of life have to be built up over the course of decades when one has the right support from the right places. As I've discovered as a new student, every great work of art, like every life story, has its own journey of being built on, torn down, reimagined, and rebuilt. There were few structures like the Chartres Cathedral during its construction and when it was nearing what would be its facade in the 12th and 13th centuries. Even its mere shape as a cross becomes an intentional testament to its religious origin, lavish design, and architectural splendor. A Catholic house of worship, this monument unfurls its spires nearly 370 feet into the waiting sky, almost as if reaching for God. To this day, both clergy and laypersons still flock to what many consider the epitome of European Gothic design. In an earlier time, our pilgrimage would have been that seeking a personal healing of ailments or religious experience and education. Caution, hope, redemption, and deliverance could all be gleaned from one of the most prominent features that inspire people the world over, its collection of stained glass windows. Timeless pieces like the Good Samaritan window would have allowed clergy to guide early illiterate masses through a number of allegories and stories that helped them develop a relationship with the Bible, God, and the church. These lessons, though, would have changed over the course of the cathedral's lifetime as the windows changed throughout the cathedral's much storied and dynamic existence. Speaking of the pilgrimage as we make it today, it may have been mirrored in a similar manner on the windows themselves. Many people from different walks of life have collectively contributed to the beauty that the windows still cast upon those who would visit. By the early 13th century, the collection of donors and contributors to the windows would include the likes of people of stature, such as St. Louis, who would later become King of France, and Queen Castile. People of working class jobs like shoemakers, stonecutters, and masons all would influence that shared space of society directly in the cathedral. In windows like the Good Samaritan, some of the influence is directly visible as images of shoemakers are depicted in scenes that share a window with Jesus Christ himself. The fires broke out in the years 1020, 1194, and as recently as 1836. Owing to the tenacity of humankind, the cathedral each time has been rebuilt or even expanded upon with the passion of the human spirit driving that reconstruction. Not to be outdone by fire, man has also unintentionally both jeopardized and saved the cathedral, its lessons, and the education it holds for us. 2 times the cathedral has narrowly avoided destruction by a human's hand and wit, one time during France's own revolution and once during World War II. Striking images like the Black Madonna, as it once wore the deposit of soot and of years gone by like a protective tunic, give way to new coats of plaster, paint, and updated lighting around some of the most iconic images of the Gothic style. Some art historians and conservationists denounce the effort as diminishing the history or nature of the age of the cathedral, but that battle of wills continually moves forward. International support for the cathedral has come as those efforts continue. Conservation of the cathedral itself and the impact it has had on art, religion, and architecture in the world's history has led to UNESCO designating it as a World Heritage Site in 1979. One can do well to study what lessons the story of the Chartres Cathedral and its windows represent in their own life. At a time when it feels like we may not be able to see or understand those lessons that life shares with us, knowing how people can come together to support this effort of something that's grand, that many will have opinions or input on, that many may help create or influence, well, this can make us realize that life isn't something we face alone. We can always find help along the way. So in a way, the windows in the Chartres Cathedral gave me purpose.